A strange accessory for a man in his 40s, unless he's at a Japanese culture festival. Auto cleaners. I always thought of them as useless equipment, but seeing the size of this ball of debris they managed to roll, it makes me start to respect them. The trash ball mostly consists of electrical tape. Such supplies of electrical tape suggest that engineers doubted the durability of the liner. Judging by the steady melting of the rolls, there was a fire in the engineering modules, but it definitely was not the cause of the disaster. Unfortunately, this awesome remedy does not cure breaches or depressurization. Some more evidence of the fire in the modules. Apparently, the fire had spread even to the habitation modules. A dangerous predator, although in this case the predator just stuck to the floating remains.
This is working autonomous oxygen station.
Interesting design. The wiring schemes of the steering wheel are even less complicated than in the pleasure ships. You can connect an oxygen station here if I've understood the blueprint correctly. Monitoring the condition of a working suit is a necessity, and is especially relevant in space. Apparently, there was a survivor here, temporarily. During the explosion of the bridge, I managed to take measurements of your body to order a coffin, but it didn't come in handy after all. I'd like to note, you're in great shape. Keep it up. You're almost not so fat. A miracle of engineering. This vacuum cleaner flew fast, but not for too long. Judging by the number of antennas, this is either a communication point or a communication point from another side of the liner. In any case, there's a chance to find Normandy and the other survivors. Hope these antennas are spares and communications can work without them. Looks like someone tried to get inside the module using the shuttle as a battering ram. By the way, did you know that originally the heads of some battering rams were carved in the shape of a ram? That's an interesting fact. The chance of injuring yourself with the electrical tape is 46%, which makes the dispenser the safest tool for useless construction and wasting your time. Remember not to put the loose end of the electrical tape down your throat. The pilot entered the module. Well, partly. At any rate, his brains are scattered all over the corridor, and they most likely got into the vent and activated the airlock pressurization protocol. You need to find another airlock to get inside. The service airlock. To be more precise, this was the service airlock. Unfortunately, now it's gone. But if you scan how its system works and get the necessary tools, we can try to repair it to depressurize the doors. Almost perfect. However, your biometric data shows a fit of acute frustration with the visual implementation of the construction system that doesn't match the given developer's promises and screenshots. The Breathedge agency is trying to take care of its customers' mental health, therefore I have to start stimulating your brain to create visual hallucinations. Your construction does look more attractive now, but there may be some side effects that are not worth paying attention to. You need to find your central interphone. If there's anything left undamaged there and you don't try fixing it, then we have a chance. Try to unclog the ventilation. I was correct. The brains clogged the ventilation. Now the security system should shut down, which will allow you to unlock the door manually from inside. A detailed plan of the service module. If you find the missing information, you can create such a module yourself. Who knows for what purpose? Before using such water, it's recommended to boil it first and then pour it out. Seems like during the crash, they smashed their heads against the console, which now appears to be non-functional. It's a shame that airbags are not provided in spaceships. The observation post was broken before the crash. All the records are missing. Looks like a diversion. Unlike modern radios scattered throughout the area, this one uses outdated technology that even you can reproduce, probably. The interphone is out of order, which is to be expected from a commonplace indie video game where the main gameplay is based on, oh, wait, it actually is in order. However, communications are down and the antenna needs to be fixed. Again. You need a special pass, which is issued only to employees of the liner. The antenna miraculously remained intact. You may start debugging, but where's the antenna? I wanted to use the audio file from the first chapter to reduce the cost of development. Looks like it wasn't the antenna that caused the problem, but these broken wires. You need to deal with it. I don't think it'll help. 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 The broken wires problem is solved. Try to catch a signal from Normandy. It's too stupid, even for Green Universe radicals. So that's how it actually works. It's amazing that they are alive. Even with a serious decrease in the core's activity, it still must be extremely uncomfortable there. Cooling gel detected. Theoretically, the cooling gel could be used to reduce the temperature and activity of the core. That is, if you find a blob large enough that doesn't evaporate before we get to the liner. I will mark it. Looks like some storage for beef fuel pellets. They don't make these nowadays. This type of fuel can't be synthesized without a living synthetic cow, not even with electrical tape. Please be careful with artificial beef. This product explodes more often than it's eaten by normal people. A container for transporting beef. Its casing is bloated, which indicates possible damage to its contents due to bad transport conditions. I don't recommend approaching such containers because of their possible explosion. Multiple electromagnetic anomalies detected. There may be some breakdowns in the work of complex equipment in this area, therefore the Breathedge company assumes no responsibility for the behavior and performance of the funerary spacesuit, although I doubt I may have any problems. Cores. This is an energy core of the Breathedge company. I don't know who transported such technologies on the liner and for what purpose it was done, but now it's easy to explain the presence of electromagnetic anomalies. By the way, I don't recommend turning off the active core, it will most likely lead to unpleasant consequences. This debris clearly doesn't belong to the liner, as it is made with outdated technologies. If you look at the spaceship's debris in the distance, we can assume that the liner didn't just explode, but it initially crashed into an unknown spherical structure, the debris of which we can see now. It's an extremely unsafe place. I can't even use my main systems, only the built-in processor, which is perfectly protected from power surges, but is not able to count to 10 without errors. It reminds me of old space stations that were used about 50 years ago for communication between planets. Besides, some components were produced at the Breathedge Agency factories for sure. A simple replacement for a stool. If I were to design a trash can, everything would have fit in it. I have no idea how they got into the closed system of the aquarium, but there are no more fish here. A detailed plan of the habitation module. These rooms look like someone's shelter, but it has had no occupants for a long time. One of the first prototypes of the Breathedge Agency spacesuit without any artificial intelligence. The cause of death was a blunt injury to the head about 30 years ago. The body mummified due to the sterility of the environment. Now this is something interesting. It's worth taking a closer look. There are some undeclared functions of several Breathedge Agency inventions here. Please note section ISR-1 Protection Increase Radar 53 chip. It's about the first spacesuit prototypes. I have the same chip installed in me. Try to follow these steps. Protection Increase Protocol activated. The threshold of radiation resistance has increased. So you're saying we could have done this from the start? There's no such design in my catalogs. A useless item. You could make a similar one. We can assume that this station was some experiment of the Breathedge Funeral Agency, but the lack of any information about it, as well as the dead crew member, can lead us to think that this was probably illegal. On behalf of the funeral agency, I apologize for your possible complicity in the illegal activities of our company.